All right, guys, this is Alex from Mindful Attraction, and today we have Sita with me. She's going to be playing the audience. Say hello, Sita.
Hi.
Hello. All right. And today's topic is about the power of absence, why it's so important to apply absence, and how it affects a man's mind and how a man perceives you. Okay. And before we begin, check out our free audiobook. There's a free audiobook and free ebook. You guys can get it under the description down below. It's about how to make a guy to chase you. And if you guys want one-on-one coaching, go to mindfulattraction.org, and there you could book a 10, 15, 30-minute call. It's very different from watching my videos versus me telling you what to do, because you get scared and you do it. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget, we're having seminars all across the country. The next one's going to be in New York City for just $75. It's going to be a one-day seminar, and it's based on commitment, getting the commitment from the guy. So if you want to see Father Alex not be a pixel, just click in the description down below and purchase it, or else I'm gonna close the channel. Right? Hello, audience. Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you don't agree? Oh, okay. I'm like, oh, they're rebelling already. All right. So the first thing you have to understand is, by the way, how did you first watch my videos? Let's first ask you that. How long you been watching?
Like for a long time, like a super long time. When I was
Okay,
like probably I'll say 18 or
6.
17.
They said 6 years old. I'm like, I'm not that old. I'm not Grandpa Alex.
No, 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 no.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've had
I'm
it's
29 now. I'm 29 still.
okay. Wow. Damn, I've been around for a long time, man.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. So you even think about that, and I'm still making videos. Yeah, man. So that's good to hear that people still watch it. I don't know what the hell's going on with the algorithm, because we all know the channel's dying, but it is what it is. So, the first thing is that this is the only thing that men need. When this is the one thing every guy feels when they fall in love with you, and is that the emotion that arises when there's space. I always tell women that men realize they love you not in your presence. They realize they love you when you're not there, right? I always say that they realize the feeling of love is realized in the morning. Obsession can be realized in the daytime, right? Why? Because maybe you did something, you pulled away, you apply my strategies, and it creates an obsession. Maybe he saw you in the streets and he becomes obsessed with you. But love is something that happens as you go to sleep and wake up, as you go to sleep and wake up. And each time this happens, it comes a point like a volcano where it reaches a breaking point, and then they're consciously aware that they love you. It wasn't that they weren't aware that they loved you, but they become conscious of the feeling in the morning. Why is that? When I used to work at a drug rehab, Sita, I one of the things that cause people to relapse a lot is dreams of using. They start to maybe they haven't used in a month, but then all of a sudden they have a dream where they used. And the dream is so intense that they wake up with an intense desire to use again. And then they relapse because of it. And that's how dreams work. And sleep, where you sleep and your brain goes through whatever is in the unconscious. And you create those unconscious feelings through spending time with him. But you allow his unconscious to do all of the work when you're not there. And in the moments of you not being there, of absence, or maybe you guys had an argument and he becomes afraid of losing you, his
Mhm.
unconscious starts to try to resolve those inner feelings because of the conflict. And then he wakes up in the morning, he has a dream of you. He realizes that dream was like a romantic dream. It wasn't like a sex dream. That's a big difference. Like you get like it's not sex dreams. It's romantic dream, like a romantic movie. He wakes up and he realizes he feels an intense feeling for you. And that usually happens within the first 2 or 3 months. And it usually happens when you give him that space. And space and absence can mean maybe you went on vacation, or maybe he went on vacation. And he's like, fuck, I wish he was there. Or maybe you guys had a conflict, you guys had an argument, and you guys are trying to resolve it. And it creates fear and uncertainty about the future, right? When you're afraid of the future, you start having dreams of the things you fear. And those
That's
dreams, what you said?
No, I said that's so true. Like what you're saying. It's so true.
Yeah, yeah.
About
Eh,
the dreaming about somebody when you guys are like you had like separation or something, you start having like a lot of thoughts about them, and then you dream about them and you're like, oh my gosh. And like whenever you say, your mind will start creating things. That's so true, because I find myself that happening to me and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah, it happens everywhere. Even with with like teenagers, like where they have dreams of sex at night, and they
Mm,
wake up with a fucking desire to have sex, right?
yeah.
It's your emotions are usually the most intense in the morning. Like well, it depends. Your emotions, your dark side comes out at night, actually, right? Like that's when people could be sober in the daytime, but at nighttime they get really desire. The unrepressed unhappiness comes out in the nighttime. But generally speaking, desire comes most of the time in the morning. I like to
Mm,
think it's because you haven't eaten yet, and when you're hungry, you feel emotions. I don't know, to be honest with you, I'm just assuming. But that doesn't happen if you don't create those moments of absence, right? Those moments of pulling away. And that's what I tell people. I'm just explaining something that happens naturally, meaning you don't have to do much to apply this. You don't have to pull away. You don't have to be manipulative. If you live your normal life, there's gonna be moments where you're not around that guy. I mean, goddamn, like you're not gonna be around him all the time. The problem is that we get afraid that if we're not around them all the time, they're gonna forget us and replace us, right? And
yeah.
even if he goes on vacation, you say, "Oh my God, he went on vacation. What should I do?" Nothing, because guys tell me, guys go on vacation and they say, "Fuck, I wish you were here." Like that's what happens. Like when a guy really is developing feelings for you, he's gonna realize that something's missing on vacation. But when we don't like the guy, we sort of do this unconsciously. We give them
Mm,
more space than necessary because we don't give a fuck,
that's
and
true.
then they become obsessed because you're doing this. But when you like the person, if you're a codependent, you don't allow that space,
And
and
that's
when you don't
so
allow,
true.
mhm,
Like that's so true, because before I couldn't understand why the guys that I don't like, they seems to chase after me, and the ones that I like, it's like they don't chase after me until I watch your videos, and then I finally got it, and I was like, wow, okay, now I understand what you mean.
yeah,
That
and
when you like someone, you can be so needy, and when you don't like a guy, like you don't care at all, like you don't care at all. And then I understood that, okay, like you said, you have to kind of like do the behavior that you do when you like a guy. You have to give them space, more space than necessary.
mhm,
I think that's
yep,
what you said.
yep. And when that happens, that's when the guys that like you, they end up liking you. And you increase the likelihood of guys liking you when you do this. But also what happens is that you might notice that when you create space, nothing happens.
Mm,
I mean, doesn't mean you did something wrong. If you notice, you're not really doing anything here,
mm,
right? I'm just
mhm.
explaining something psychological so that when moments of natural space occurs, you don't feel insecure and you don't reach out and overextend yourself. Like
Mhm.
it's really not about creating space and going on vacation and posting photos. It's like no, like just live your life. And when you can't see him, don't go out of your way to see him. Like that's really what I'm saying. Like don't be afraid that he's gonna forget you. He's not gonna forget you if he really likes you. In fact, when you're not there, the brain recreates what it desires in their minds. Like when somebody leaves you or somebody dies and you know they're not gonna be there no more, you start to see them in your dreams. You start to imagine them, right? Because the brain feels like it lacks something. In fact, even the hand, when you chop your hands off, no, somebody gets their hands cut off. There's something called the phantom limb, where you start to feel the limb that's not really there.
Mhm.
That's what happens. You become a phantom in their minds, and that's why it's okay to create to even do it for a prolonged period of time. The key is to have trust. One, you trust men because if you do this, then you're gonna think he's cheating in your absence, and two, he has to trust you because he might think you're also cheating. And if he can't trust you, then that's another sign that you shouldn't be with him. right? And that's really the power of absence. That's really the beauty of it. And you can't lose if you do this. You know. Any final remarks?
No, I literally agree with everything that you're saying because it took me like a while to understand, but once I understood, I was like, it definitely makes sense. Like it makes so sense. You just obviously the thing that you have to work more on is your compulsive kind of like behavior, because then sometimes it's like if you don't learn to give them absence, it's like the neediness will start playing, and then you end up pushing them away because you're always like kind of like closer to them, like you're always there. But it makes really sense to give them space to obviously miss you and have their own mind fill in like the blanks. I hope I'm
What
saying
did
it
you
right.
what did you believe before?
Believe I thought that the more I did, the more the guy was going to actually like me.
Who told you that?
So
Matthew Hussey?
no, no, that's just what I believe. I always thought that the more I was nicer to men, the more I was always kind of like available, showing them that I care, showing them that I was like a good woman, it would give me like the result until I kind of like had to learn it in the hard way.
How did you learn it the
Mm.
hard way? If you don't have to answer if you don't want.
Don't worry, I have no shame.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been like I learned it by pushing away the guys that I actually wanted to be in a relationship with because I was so needy. I had no idea. I always thought that it was people never loved me, they would treat me bad. Every time I would show them my feelings, I had no self of awareness until I had to kind of like hit my head on the wall. You know when you say you guys are hard headed, I was one of those people because I am hard headed. Like I need to hit my head on the wall until I learn. Like it kept on happening and happening until I was like, Okay, wait a minute. I think I'm the problem. I think I'm definitely doing something that is pushing them away.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
obviously watching your videos kind of like helped me a lot, and also because I got the course nice girl, because I was like
Oh,
that
did
no,
you?
there's something wrong. Yeah, I got the course nice girl. I listened to your videos, and then I also got emotional mastery because I learned that there was something wrong. I needed to be resilient. Is it emotional resilient? I
Uh-huh.
think that's what you said. So
Nice.
obviously, I watched that video. I started doing the meditation, and I noticed a huge change. Like I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like it works. You know what? I think I need to tell you the things that happen with me, just so you can
Mm-hmm.
understand
Tell me,
the
tell me,
way
tell
your
me.
videos have kind of like helped me. So I started doing the meditations. Like I started doing like the 5 minutes meditation every morning. That's what I'm trying to do every day. And you have like a video on your channel where you teach women how to meditate. So I also
Mm-hmm.
do that. I also follow when you said to do the Vipassana meditation,
Mm-hmm.
the loving kindness meditation. I did
Mm-hmm.
that. You also said to do when you said it doesn't matter if you don't believe in God, but just pray to remove the resentment
Mm-hmm.
that you have for the opposite sex,
Mm-hmm.
and also to bless the people that you kind of like hate,
Yep, yep.
the people that you can stand. You
Mm-hmm.
also said to do the loving kindness meditation. I think I've said that
Mm-hmm.
already.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did you set to do? You said to ask God to help you feel the love that He feel. Like I
He
to
feels for
ask God
you.
to help me feel His love. And
Yeah.
the moment I started doing all these things that you said, like wow, like I felt like a whole different person. All of
Mm-hmm.
a sudden, like the neediness kind of like went down. It's like I didn't care anymore. Like it's like okay, when I meet a guy, if they like me, cool. If they don't like me, I'm like okay, whatever. Like it's like I felt like I was a whole different person, and I was so shocked. Not only that, but I noticed that I was so calm, like emotionally, like it's like I had so much peace. I was also like happy. Like it's like something kind of like switch, and I was so shocked. I was like, whoa,
Yeah. That's
like
good.
whoa, who is this person?
Thank
It
you.
was so weird. Like
People, I did
the
not pay
things
her
that
to
you
say
said,
that.
like people should do it because it's like it's crazy. It works.
And what works best is if you do it long term, like what matters, because the thing about those meditations that you do get quick results, but
Yeah,
also we have mental patterns that come back. So it has to be
yeah,
something you do long term, like
yeah, yeah.
over your lifespan, your brain will get rewired because it pushes away the demons temporarily and then they come back. But over time, you gain more strength and it becomes easier. Like a lot of people will
Yeah,
do that
that's
and
true.
they'll do it one time or two times and they'll stop. It's like, you just keep
That's
doing it over time and you see even more results. But that's
yeah,
good to
that's
hear.
so
I mean,
true.
what I teach, I don't teach it because I figured it out on my own. I taught it because people taught me, went through all my own mistakes. They also have their own limitations. It's not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
it helps with you if you do other things, if you go to therapy, and that kind of stuff. It helps with that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. People,
Thank you.
don't
Thank
forget, sorry, people, don't forget, check out my course, the commitment formula. I'm gonna give you that course for free since you purchased all my other courses. I'm gonna give you that course for free, Sita.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
just send me your email.
Hey.
Yeah, man, of
Thank you.
course, man. Send me your email, man. Just send me your email through
Okay.
text and I'll give it to you. Check out that
Okay.
course, the commitment formula. It's a course that I created to allow you guys to, because a lot of people are in situationships and they're single, and so this course addresses those situations. It'll allow you to break your patterns, heal your energy, and attract more emotionally available men. All right, so no bronze, motherfuckers. Anyways, purchase it now, pre-order it by clicking on the description down below. Take